Not having a grounding tool in life is essentially raw dogging it. You have been going through life without having something to bring you back to safety. I create grounding tools with my clients whenever we work together. Because one, they're about to go jump into the deep end of their subconscious and they're going to need something to bring them back up. And two, it helps in everyday situations. Whenever your mind is losing it, whenever it's becoming airy and going everywhere, your grounding tool brings you back into your body, brings you back to calmness, reminds you to breathe, reminds you that you are safe and that the world is not about to end. So, creating a grounding tool is extremely important. And that could be visual or physical. I create both for my clients, and you can create one for yourself. And this is how. Firstly, it's physical. It can be anything from a crystal, which you can see right there, a toy, glasses, headphones. I have a client currently who uses his headphones as a grounding tool. Whenever he sees those headphones, whenever he picks those headphones up, he realizes he made a connection to grounding and breathing within those headphones. And whenever he has them on or around him, they remind him to breathe. They remind him to calm down. It can also be very visual. A visual grounding tool is essentially creating a safe space in your minds. I usually walk my clients through this through a guided meditation, and then they use it for the rest of their lives. That being said, it is time for you to create a grounding tool, especially if you have been dealing with the way this world is currently and feeling like you're falling off the edge. It's all of us. We're all going through it. But what helps me and what I've learned helps my clients is creating a grounding tool. Now, to create that, you would have to follow these steps. And these are really simple. And if you have any questions, throw them in the chat or the comments below. So, firstly, make sure that you can find an item that's significant to you. That's the very first step. Any item, like I said, glasses, earrings, necklace, a ring. It could literally be anything. If you don't wear jewelry, if you don't wear things, like I said, headphones or a piece of clothing or something that you're going to see every day to remind you to bring yourself back down, right? It's something that's going to remind you, hey, are you in your right mind right now? How are you feeling? Are you okay? You're good? Awesome. Let's keep moving, right? That is what that tool is for. So find something that you are going to see daily. Secondly, I want you to take that item and I want you to sit with it. I want you to put it in your hand. I want you to feel the weight of it. Feel that it exists. This is energy work. When you notice something and you're present with it and you feel that it is there, this is a piece of energy work. Excuse me. You are learning, right? And you are feeling and you are connecting to the energy of your item. Now, make sure again this item is significant to you and it's a safe item. Make sure it's not something that's like connected to a bad memory or anything like that. That kind of helps your subconscious feel safe while it works with it. And then you are going to imagine yourself connecting to that item. What that means or what that would look like is closing your eyes and considering yourself maybe a cord or a cord is attached to you, sending your energy, like an electrical current, into the item. Not all your energy, obviously, just your essence and its essence back to you. You're not trading, you're just allowing yourself to anchor yourself to something so that you know that it is connected to you and it is working for you. Once you do that, the next and last thing that I would say do is repeat three important words in a sentence that you create for yourself. I always like to create it for my clients, which is I am connected to this grounding item. When I see it, it reminds me that I am safe and that I can breathe and calm myself. And then you can close it out by saying, so mote it be. You can close it out by saying ashe, whatever your closeout is for anything that you do. Or you could just leave it as it is and just imagine that being intentionally set in stone for you. And a reminder that you can disconnect from this item at any point in your life that you need to. Maybe you lose it or something like that. You just take a seat, breathe, calm yourself, and allow yourself to visualize that cord moving back into you, saying goodbye to your item and being grateful for the fact that it's there and it was there for you. And then moving on to either another item or your own visual version, or mental version of setting up a grounding zone or a grounding tool. Zone is the visual grounding. I like that actually. I just came up with that right now. Nobody take that as the grounding zone. Grounding zone and grounding tool. It's up to you. You can have both if you want. But those are the steps. Simple, easy steps. Get the item, sit with the item, connect to the item. It is yours. And be reminded every time you see this item that you can ground, that you are safe, you can breathe, and then you can discern. Then you can make decisions. Then you can think clearly. But we need to go through life with some type of grounding reminder. It helps us move through life and get unstuck from situations that we seem to be stuck in consistently, from mindsets that we seem to be stuck in consistently. Because what happens, we get into a survival mode and our mind is going crazy and we don't know what's going to happen. And we're all up here and then we make terrible decisions and then we find ourselves in a rough spot. But if you have a grounding tool, you're able to come back down. You're able to see it, you're able to breathe, and you're able to think something out thoroughly instead of allowing your mind to take you to a million different places and possibly cause you to make a choice out of lack or out of desperation or out of fear. That is the point of a grounding tool, to bring you back into your body so that you can make decisions and so that you can go through life without feeling like you're all over the place and you're always winging it. All right? Hopefully that made sense. A reminder to keep your feet on the ground while your head's in the clouds. Literally ground yourself while your head's in the clouds. And to stay tuned for more information on grounding and other spiritual things. Thank you guys so much for listening, and I will see you later. Bye.